What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review, our preview. Today we're going to take a look at Aragorn from Inart. I don't know where you're going to pre-order this, honestly. With Inart, it's a hit or miss. If you're in the US, I guess there's several, but I'm not going to mention it. Do your own research. I just I don't know, man. That's the problem with Inart. I just don't know where to buy them. But with that being said, um, it looks great, man. Anyone who knows me knows that I love Lord of the Rings. This is probably my Star Wars. For those who grew up with Star Wars, I was already I wouldn't say adult, but I was grown when Lord of the Rings was shown, and loved it instantly. That's why I got kind of invested on Asmus, because of the entire, lore of Lord of the Rings, and I honestly did love it. The problem is that at that time, we don't, I don't really have a choice. This is the best option to have was Asmus. And at the time, it was good enough, right? Like, it was good enough. Even up to now, they have some pieces that are good enough. But boy, once I saw this prototype, granting it is a prototype, it does look good. Looks good. If let's say this downgrades by 10%, it still looks amazing. Their Aragorn, I'm not even gonna do a comparison because it's just not fair to Asmus. But boy, look at this. I mean, from afar, from this shot right here, it looks like the actual actor. It looks like that's his picture right here. Now the prices are a bit, high, of course. You get some quality figure like this. The figure is gonna be expensive, and it is. And honestly, that's one thing that's kind of turning me off from Inart, because I just want this to be more, like a hobbyist. But look at that picture right there, and it does. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it does have purse, rolling eye system, and that is beautiful. I mean, look at these shots right here. Again, this looks like the actual. And kudos to the guys who's posing for Inart, because they did and lighting and all that stuff, because they did a fantastic job on making sure that this doesn't look awful. Because their first, I would say, preview does not look great. It wasn't the worst thing that I've seen, but certainly not worth 480 or 500, however it is that they're asking for this. But now, looking at these pictures, even the sculpted hair, look at this sculpted hair right here. This one, they got the shape of the face, like his cheekbones. Vigo, we all thought his likeness was a little bit harder to capture, because even Prime One Studios, they have and Prime One is considered one of the better ones in the statue game. They didn't completely capture his likeness. Look at this likeness, even with the sculpted hair. I think it looks great. If you don't want to fork out the extra 150 or 180, but I think the rooted hair looks great, because the volume of the hair, when it's pressed down, it changes the shape of the head, which makes it a lot better. And look at this. Look at this from afar. That looks great. I mean, the base is kind of generic. And look at this pose where he's kneeling down. Just showcases you how the body and the fabric kind of contours with the figure. So that is a good indication right there that the body can do all these sorts of movement. He comes with, all these, I wouldn't say a lot of accessories, but enough. You get the broken Andruil. And this is the look that he does have from Fellowship of the Ring. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I believe this is Fellowship of the Ring. Now, I do have Aragorn from Asmus, the deluxe version with, I mean, the diorama base still looks great, don't get me wrong. And that is from his look from the second movie. So I could keep both. I wish they would have gone a second head sculpt on this, so I can maybe remove it and put it down to that abomination of Asmus. I admitted it, like at that time, I just wanted to have an Aragorn. So I rated it like a 7 out of 10, which is, I was being generous at that time. But now that this guy is here, my God, that just looks awful. I mean, it didn't look great then. It just looks so much worse now. They up their game, man. Like, hopefully they do at least Legolas more, because you have this, and you I won't buy every Inart for Lord of the Rings. As much as I love Lord of the Rings, if they make a Boromir out of, I'm not gonna spend $500 for a Boromir Inart. So that would be like the lower tiered Asmus. So that's good enough for me. But this, and if they do Legolas, I also have Legolas from Asmus. They're priced decently. I'm not gonna knock Asmus, but look at this portrait right here. My goodness. I mean, that is great. That is perfection right there. I mean, it's every bit as Aragorn as you could ask for. The concerns about the body and durability and all that stuff. I know it's magnet hands and all that stuff. I think we can put that to rest now. We can see how the poses that they're doing. It looks great. Looks great. And Inart is gonna be one of those for me, which is kind of like a luxury for me because this is a price of a premium format now. So it's not gonna be for every figure, and luckily Inart's not making a whole lot of figures. Special occasions like Aragorn. I mean, honestly, even if you buy the rooted hair, like I mentioned earlier, it's not the end of the world. It looks great. Look at that. Look at that. It just, the rooted hair just brings a whole lot of realism in it, especially if you're into photography. I mean, displaying it, maybe not that big of a deal because you're looking it from afar anyway. But once you take the pictures, it brings it to a different level. And, I'm going to find ways. But again, if you can't afford the rooted hair, it's not the end of the world. It's still a pretty darn good figure. I would say a whole lot better than Asmus. Now, Asmus is, I believe, is still available out there, in some retailers. Maybe not. That is almost double. This is almost double the price. Even the sculpted hair almost double the price of the Asmus one. To ask yourself, is this double the looks of Asmus? I would say yes. With how this is everything put together, the outfit, the head sculpt, the way the eyes would move and all that stuff. Yes, is it worth picking up the rooted hair? I would also say yes for an extra 180. Because it's not only because of the rooted hair, you get the some accessories as well, an extra hand. So I would say that is worth the pickup. For me, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, but I don't know for everyone else. But let me know in the comments how you feel about this. Are you gonna pick this up? Look, this pose right here. This is beautiful. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Hopefully it comes out soon. And let me see, like on the chat, message me, and we'll see. I'll let you know where am I gonna pre-order this. But thank you for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.